points made by the Tunisia coach. Coming into this one, Mahir Kanzari, wary of the opposition. And we are underway in Nouakchott. Match day 2 in Group B. Tunisia up against Namibia. Both sides on 1 point after the opening round of matches. Can either pick up their first win of the competition to leave them on the cusp of the quarterfinals. Raised boot. And the referee trotting across instantly to have a word with the offender. That's the goal scorer, Kanji. He was caught late. Just having a look at this one. It was the raised boot of Mutez Zadem. Gatenge to launch it long. He picked out his man. And Matuka, I'm sure it doesn't get it. Final touch off a Tunisian player. Karima will give chase. The most convincing of defensive headers. Still interested as the Tunisian attacker. Namibia come away with it. Zainab unable to hold it up, however. That one will bounce behind for a goal kick. As they look at the Tunisian coach, Kanzari. Shikswa taking no risks. So a somewhat heavy first touch. And the 2 changes made by Namibia for this second match in the competition. James Brits has called upon his players to stick to the game plan. It largely worked well against the Central African Republic. They didn't make too many mistakes. Just wants them to keep possession a little bit better and try and be a little bit more clinical when the chances come their way. Also hit the post in that opening game. And the score was still goalless. So both teams so far just intent to work their way into this one. And Shikswa opting for the long ball. Chested down nicely by Kamatuka. Ends up giving away the foul. The entirety of the Namibia squad, all local-based players. Tunisia, on the other hand, have a few based in Europe. Foul on Shihab Labidi. A bad ball, bit of space here, across goal. Can he get the shot away? Not yet. And eventually it's hustled clear. All for a moment, it looked as if Labidi might be able to pull the trigger, put himself into a good position. Got back nicely into his feet by Zadem. Ball just wouldn't sit for him. And tax clear by Nashixwa. There being a handball in the end by Labidi. Skip beyond Kenninab. Maybe they don't have it back. Garima changes the 1-2. Took into play between the trio of Tunisians. Comes to nothing, however. Well, then a throw. And Aziz Grezmi wants to pick out Zadem. Well, you can follow all the action of this year's competition using the hashtag Total Can U20. Following along across the various social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok as well. Just a reminder of that hashtag, it is Total AFCON U20. And claims with relative ease by Dameji, the 18-year-old. Plays for Rennes under-19 team in France. Be shepherded behind by Nashixwa. Mark Lamti wearing the number 14 shirt for Tunisia. More on him in a second. Final touch off Zadem. As if he may have been nudged from behind. Well, Lamti, born in Cologne, plays for Hanover in Germany. He's part of the senior squad for the 2019 Cup of Nations in Egypt. Moved to Hanover on a free transfer from Bayer Leverkusen in September of last year. In a handful of appearances for the Hanover second team, and playing the German fourth tier. The Regional Liga Nord over the season was postponed due to the ongoing effect of the coronavirus pandemic. And that season has been on hold since October. It is there, just impeding his opponent. Reza voted man of the match in that opening game for Namibia. And get the cross in. And he's able to pick out a teammate. Cross goal. Oh, danger there momentarily for Tunisia. And clear it to relative safety for the time being. Reza again battling through. Oh, runs away from the attacker eventually. Dealt with by Matenge. Shirt by Karuombe. Free spotted it. Free kick awarded for the North Africans. quickly by Tunisia. Lamptey. Anzi Fejani. Back to his keeper. Pass into the feet of Ayari. Lamptey. Ben Lamine. After one for Abdallah Amri. Marima, one red shirt in support, second on the overlap on the right here. The cross comes in, plucked out of the air with ease by Ngatange. Down goes the skipper, Stephen Damaseb. Razor wins the free kick. Free's assistance. So Cisse spotting the foul. So free kick coming up for Namibia. They generate inviting delivery here. Want someone to attack. It's on the left-hand side, straight down the throw to Abdemerji, likely to trouble him. The ball in from Edmar Kamatuka. Fejani. Put it forward, looking for Berima. Shikswa taking no risks. Lively starts to this one as we come up to the opening quarter hour. Resmi. Abidi surveying his options. Amri. And Lamine. Flipped over, trying to pick out Zadem. Fall for him. Again, it's Lamptey who's whistled for the foul. Much to his frustration. Free just trying to exchange a calm word or two. The Tunisian midfielder. Tange rather flat. Kick out from the back. Kiriwombe. Kanji impressed in that opening game, getting forward from that left back position of his. Good run in behind. Out comes Damerji. And does well, the Tunisian goalkeeper. Sprang off his line quickly. Get there ahead of Kaninab. Well weighted pass from Jweza. Goalkeeping though on the Tunisian number one. Amri. Rima lays it off. Gets it back from Labidi. And out on the right hand side it is. Gresmi. Shapes across on that left foot towards the far post, off the crossbar. Let off for Namibia. Right on that 15-minute mark, Tunisia rattle the woodwork. We'll have another look at that in a moment, I'm sure. The ball in from the right by Resme. Another opportunity perhaps for Tunisia. This time it's straight at Ngatange. And Lamine straight up into the air. And overzealous there from Matuka. So very nearly the opening goal going the way of Tunisia. Denied, however, by the woodwork. Frustration for Maher Kanzari and his side. I think it was Mutaz Zadem. Got on the end of that cross. Bullet header. I think that's Ruhuka Ngatange could do in the Namibia goal. We're going to watch it cannon back off the crossbar, much to his relief. The ball in though from the right back. Resme. Hammered forward by Kandetu. Giving chase is Kaninab. Trickle out for a Namibian throw. Damaseb. Uruumbe. Benji. It's back, the left back for Namibia. Hits that, and Dameji to gather. And Lamine start something from the back. Nice to pick out Marima. That goes astray. Shikswa. BD holds up play nicely. Layoff there as well. It's it back. Lebedi pass just behind him. Does well to regather possession. Just trying to operate in those pockets of space in front of the Namibian defence. Lebedi. Amri hit there first, will he? Well, he may have done, but Namibia clear. Get a one by Barima. The second time around, though. This is Damaseb, intercepts, tries to scamper clear. Continues with his run, skips inside one superbly. Not a bad effort either. Quite the power on it. Marauding run forward though from the Namibia skipper. Shots on target. Quite have the height on it to trouble Damerji in the end. Just a glimpse of what Namibia are capable of. With nimble players in their lineup to skip round the bigger frames of some of their Tunisian counterparts. And the shot from distance by Kanji, goal scorer in the opening game. Radar quite operational on that occasion. So 20 minutes gone in Nouakchott. Goalless between Tunisia and Namibia. Tunisia coming the closer of the two sides to breaking the deadlock. Rattling the woodwork on the quarter hour. Labidi wants the free kick and will eventually get it. San Ayari, Transikas. See how many red shirts he has to aim for. Matangate tries to get that wall in the correct position. So he's dangling around those shins of his, Ayari. Marima Labidi. Two of the 5, 6 in fact, red shirts in that Namibian penalty area. And it comes across, plenty of air on it. And far too much on it in the end. It sails behind. Spotted head tennis in that Tunisian half. As Namibia eventually get it back on the ground. Lost boot. Kaninab across goal. Can he get the shot on target? Wide of the mark. Not sure it took the touch off the defender in the end. And that certainly was a golden opportunity for the Namibians. Igmar Kamatuka getting into a dangerous position. Finding the target in the end. It was Kaninab who escaped in behind initially. Wasn't a bad first touch either from Kamatuka. Taking away from the defender. Tamerji did his best to narrow down the angle. And that forced Kamatuka to shoot wide in the end.
Just the pepper.
Well, that is, I'm sure, what the Namibia coach James Brits was talking about. He said his side would have to be more clinical moving forward in the tournament. That's definitely a gilt-edged chance for his side. Confusion, perhaps, in the Tunisian area. Tamerji off his line. Blocking that one out of the air. Much taller than his opposite number, Huka Ngatunge. One of the smaller goalkeepers you're likely to see. Ayari, why you get a boot onto it. Shikswa just play that one out into touch. Ayari. Final touch is off the Tunisian. Long throw. Helped on by Amri. Damaseb. Let's touch off Tunisia once more. High ball over the top, no one home from Zadem. I suspect this may be down to injury, as Benoit Kanji, although gingerly makes his way off to be replaced by number 25, Hiro Kanjuka Katua. So just 25 minutes in, and Namibia forced into a first change. The left back, Benoit Kanji, the goal scorer in that opening 1-1 draw against Central African Republic. Forced off midway through this opening half. Appears to be some sort of a knock. Didn't look to be moving too freely. And we'll have an ice pack already lined up. See what sort of impact that has, the loss of Kanji on Namibia. The stand-up players from match day one. Now will Hiro Katua slot in his place. Tunisia certainly on top in terms of possession, almost 60%. It's a clever flick for Ayari, and Shikswa positioned well. Ayari lays it off first time. Be routine for the goalkeeper, and it is. Early touch here for the substitutes, Katua. Whistle goes the way of Tunisia. Juninho Yansei just backing in, and then catching Grismy. This year again sending plenty of red shirts forwards. Deep ball, keeper can't get there, and there is the opening goal, scored by Mark Lamptey, towering header. Gatunge got lost underneath it and beaten to it in the air by Lamptey. Tunisia strike for the first time in the tournament. And it is the holding midfielder Mark Lamptey getting on the end of that deep free kick into the box. The height of Gatunge, definitely not one of his strengths, and that just sailed straight over his outstretched arm, presenting Lamptey with the opportunity to plant the ball into the back of the net. That he did. Just to see that Tunisia will be able to take further advantage of their aerial prowess. Certainly a height advantage for the North African team. Very much in evidence as they move a goal to the goods with almost half an hour played in Nouakchott. Here's the German-based Mark Lamptey, who breaks the deadlock. How will Namibia reacts to falling behind? Well, they did okay in that first game, coming back to grab an equalising goal late on. You would suspect they may find it a little trickier against Tunisia. Well-organised unit. Well, another free kick for Tunisia in a position not dissimilar to the one which brought about the goal moments ago. No surprise to see Hassan Ayari again winding this one up. Different tactic to the one employed by the Namibians, but it worked well. Second time around, not so on this occasion. Again, Ayari having too much air under it. Certainly an approach identified, no doubt, by Tunisia and their coach Mark Anzari coming into this one. Try and take full advantage of the difference in size between the two sets of players. One back by Tunisia. Saddam slips it forward to Berima. Babadi supports to his left. And picks out neither of them. Gandetu, pressure applied by Berima. Amri. Plenty of space here for Gresmi. Lovely touch as well. Zadem, no look pass into the box. Down goes one red shirt, two red shirts. Referee uninterested. One back though, initially by Amri, but Namibia. Is there an opportunity here perhaps to break? Scampering it to the left is Tejreza. In on goal almost. Terrific sliding challenge made by Fajani. The Tunisian at centre back covering well. Yansei cut out, another chance perhaps, and Hamid clear. Gandetu just about keeps it in play. Or did he? Well, he thinks he did. I'm sure the referee's assistant agrees. Will in fact be a throw in for Tunisia. Ayari. This time whistle goes in the opposite direction. To pass to find its target, but scampering clear once more is Tejreza. Trouble here perhaps, although out is Ngatunge. Most convincing of clearances, but he was out in the right position at least. Danger averted. Well, Prince Tejreza, definitely the source of Namibia's best moments, by and large, in the opening 35 minutes of this one. Here he is once more, the 1-2. Back Ben Zagada. Tua. Free kick for Namibia. Rejani, guilty party, has just been tucking the shirt of Kenny Nab. Desmond just has to be careful. Three, too pleased with the lingering chatter. Wants to talk himself into a booking. Namaseb. 6 blue shirts to aim for, goes for goal. Kamerji, for a moment, looked as if he may have overcommitted. Managed to retreat in time. Harima chasing this one down by the corner flag. Good hold-up play from the Tunisia captain. Shagada. Mabidi. Ayari. Harima crosses it in. Lancing header. Will take it behind, will it? Or is Couture able to keep it in? He wasn't. So corner for Tunisia. Zadem has caused problems for Namibia in the air already. Rattling of the crossbar for the opening goal came by the head of Mark Lamptey. Ayari again entrusted with the delivery of this one. Deep towards the back post. Good headed clearance this time. Detu stayed down. As has, I think it's Lamptey. Cohesion in the air, it is indeed the Tunisia goal scorer. Full-blooded challenge with players fully committed. It was Lamptey who caught the back of the head of Detu. Why Lamptey is back up on his feet. Detu a little bit slower, finding his bearings, but he is also back up and receiving some attention from the medical team. Tanguy will restart here. Amri, Ayari, Harima, Zadem, support behind if he needs to lay it off. Resmi, again shapes onto that left foot. Labidi, and out on the left hand side here, cross goal. Well, the linesman's flag was raised. Amri presumably straying beyond the last defender. Right decision from the linesman. Not much in it. But Amri just set off a fraction too prematurely. To the last 5 minutes at the end of this first half in Nouakchott. Tunisia scoring for the first time in the tournament. The goal coming via Mark Lamptey just before the half-hour mark. Too much on the flick through from Ayari. Set up the goal, did Ayari. Free kick from just inside the Namibia half. They're on mate. Tua. Resmi fouled by Prince Chukwueze. Easing aside Gresmi. Bit of a scrappy passage at the end of this first half. The team struggling to get the ball down on the ground on this artificial surface at times. Karombe. Damaseb. Karombe. All helped on into the path of Janse. Mighty footwork from Janse. Gets himself a free kick. It's really appeared to be going anywhere, but fouled by Labidi. Katua. Play this one in. Keeper comes and collects well. Commanding goalkeeping from Elias Demerji. Reassuring presence for Tunisia behind that back four of theirs. Schrazer. This out to Zadem. Lamptey, 1-2. Touch helped on into the path of Berima. Plays it off to the left, Amri. Berima. Last touch. Off to Afeni David. Berima. Quite able to pick out Ayari on this occasion. Tua. approaching stoppage time at the end of this first 45 minutes. No indication as yet from the fourth official. How many minutes will be added on? Well, it appears as if it'll just be the one. Almost an opening perhaps for Namibia. Hans Kamatuka able to work out where that ball ended up. Booming goal kick from Damerji. Now committed by Barima. There to David. Henry. And Lamine. And the referee brings an end to proceedings after this first 45 minutes in Nouakchott. Inside the opening half an hour, it will appear to be some sort of injury faced by Ngero Katua. So second half underway in Nouakchott. 45 minutes for Namibia to work their way back into this contest against Tunisia, who lead by a goal to nil, courtesy of Mark Lamptey. Namibia straight into their stride here at the start of the second half. Cross deflected from Kijweza. Attempt the strike from distance from Damaseb. Blocked. Ayari. Amri. Zadem. A robust challenge from Amri. Kalanab will attempt to latch onto it. Watch behind by Ramzi Fejani. An excellent sliding tackle in that first half, Fejani. Trying to look as if Namibia might be in. Damaseb. Fejani. Zadem. Of the footwork. Hesitation between the two Namibian centre-backs. Charged down by Zadem. He's quick to apply the pressure. Lapidi, Ayari for a second goal. Routed to the spot is Ngatenge. And Hassan Ayari has doubled Tunisia's lead early in the second half. Won the ball back deep in Namibian territory. Shihab Labidi picked out the totally unmarked Ayari. He picked out his spot. Huka Ngatunge totally unmoved. Ayari, see him calling for it. Tunisia pinched the ball off their opponents. And Labidi picked him out superbly. Great first touch. It's a tidy finish as well from Ayari. A goal to go along with his assist. a dream start to the second half for Tunisia. One way back for Namibia. They do have time on their side for now. They are to try and launch a comeback. Ayari down the left-hand side here. Twists past one. That's a pick out. A red shirt in the area. Well defended. Fraser. No way past. Lamptey. He does give the ball away. Amri. Knocking out Lamptey. Namibia. Again, look to build the attack. Yansei. Ball in behind the run of his teammates. Shot from distance, good save from Demeji. Waste a little time pulling the trigger. And Demeji had to be alert, got down quickly to his left. Karumbe. David. Demeji just glaring at his defense. Allowed Fraser too much time on the edge of that area, enabling him to get off a shot. This is Amri still going. Nice touch. David. Arima. Amri. Arima. Vision to spot teammates out on the right-hand side. See the free kick ultimately. The Namibian substitutes warming up. James Britz, what's going through his mind? How will his side get back into this one? Oh, just a reminder that you can follow all the action in the tournament across the various social media platforms using the hashtag Total AFCON U20. Be sure to check out the latest across Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, as well as TikTok. Plenty of daily updates on this year's competition. Just getting started. Round of matches in Group B. Rumbe. Layoff for Tjreza. He was cynically pulled back. Referee, no hesitation, reaching into his pockets. Gets the left-sided midfielder Abdallah Amri. We'll go into the notebook. First booking in this one. Draws up. Rombe. Amri will head clear. Presumably the free kick was given for the initial collision. Zadem stayed down. Well, that was the infraction spotted by the referee. To do with the secondary challenge. After a promising showing on their first match in the competition, Namibia, and that draw against the Central African Republic, which felt like 2 points lost, according to their coach. They've been second best this afternoon. Jansé will be replaced by Ronan Brent. Second substitution made by Namibia. Gonna land here for Lapidi, maybe. No. Substitution involved straight away. Ronan Burnt. Inside a free kick. Again, dashing down that left-hand side. Away past Hamzi Fejani, however. Karuombe. Sengate go long, not playing to Namibia's strengths. That's the long ball. The serves trying to keep it on the ground, although at times easier said than done. The testing nature of the artificial surface. Zadem. Pinballing back and forth. I think Barima was expecting that one to be slipped through to him so quickly. Yari, the books of Sheffield United, the English Premier League. He's made a brief appearance in the FA Youth Cup for the Blades. Certainly has made an impression in this one with a goal and an assist for Tunisia. David Dayari quick to close him down. Damaseb. pass not the best. And Katua unable to control it. Well, certainly conceivable that all four teams in this section could finish on at 4 points, which will of course bring goal difference very much into play. Interesting to see what approach Tunisia adopts in this last 30 minutes. They try and consolidate their advantage. Shut the door on Namibia. Destiny very much in their own hands going into their final match against the Central African Republic. Trazer is blocked, charged down. Ahmed's clear. Referee rather to take it from a advanced position, that throw. Ask him to retreat. I'm sure the Tunisians were best pleased with that oversight. Ayari advancing forward as well is Barima. This is the left back, Ben Zgada. Tame efforts in the end. Tanguy. It was long. Then results in a throw-in for the opponents. With the Tunisian skipper, Ziad Barima, whose number is up. There's the captain's armband. There's there a bit of confusion as this change is being made. Farouk Mamouni. Ready to come on, as is Hamdi Abidi. Abidi replaces Barima. Well, there is no number 3, so they may have to correct that. It is 13, in fact. Tella Amri, the other player replaced for Tunisia. Farouk Mamouni on instead. Again, no way beyond Fajani, a rock, the heart of the Tunisian defence so far. David. Crosses blocked behind by Ben Zgada. Matuka, a great chance for Namibia. It was still goalless in that first half. Not to be. They will take this corner. Scary moments almost for the Tunisians. Flicked on at the near post. It's as if it came off a Tunisian head. Substitutes Abidi. Goal kick is the decision. David, the Namibian right back, skips past, but so far as another red shirt. Referee weighs advantage before thinking better of it. Abidi impeded. Yellow card issued to Vendetti. No questions about that. Beatty looked to be scuttling clear. This time it won't be Ayari, or will it? No, it looks like it'll be the left boot of Benjigada. Straight up into the air. Not really dealt with second time either. 3 as the whistle bails out Namibia. Beatty has taken over the captain's armband following the substitution of Berima. Now committed by Lemuni, one of the 2 Tunisian replacements in the second half. Kerouambe. Similar position from which Tunisia took the lead. The delivery is a poor one, but will an opportunity present itself? It sort of does, but no power in the shot. Kananab it was, had a crack at goal. Rolls under the foot. Damaseb. And out is Ungatange. Long clearance. There is Demergy in the end. End to end at the moment. Bypassing the centre of the pitch. Abidi, Naimi. Abidi, down goes Abidi, but the assistance flag is raised. Night one on second viewing. Flag was up. That negates any shout for a penalty for Tunisia. Approaching the midway point in the second half. Namibia still find themselves trailing by 2 goals. Can they grab a lifeline? Kananab as well to lay it off. Superbly read by Zadem. BD. That's great energy displayed by Zadem. Just tracking back to mop up and nullify the Namibian threat. May have just ended up with some sort of knock for his troubles. Doesn't look anything too serious. Kerouambe. Tua. Razor. Showing off that footwork of his. Tua. Kanenab. Jueza. In it comes. And again, there is Demerji. Taking control of his penalty area. Tunisian keeper. Abidi gets past a couple of men. Abidi. Fantastic intervention in the end from Nashikswa. Denying the substitute Hamdi Abidi ever so well. To work his way past 1, 2, and then 3 blue shirts. Nashikswa just able to get back in the nick of time. Flick it behind for a corner. Well, that really would have put the game to bed. Deep one again from Ayari. Giovanni Narib will replace Giovanni Kanenab. 2 more changes made by Namibia. Second, Ibrahim Apollos. Replace Edmar Kamatuka. Will those substitutions be able to inspire any sort of fight back here from Namibia? So, just under 20 minutes left in this one. Tunisia well on course to pick up the first victory in Group B. Would have backed Burkina Faso and Tunisia to lock down the top 2 spots in this section when the draw was made. On those 2 sides, that's a goalless draw on match day 1. Tunisia now in the driving seat in this one. Cross over the head of everyone. Nudge by the substitutes, Apollos. And free kick for Tunisia. Benjigada. Oh, no one home there. Quite sure who he's aiming for. Returns right back to Tunisia though. A sloppy exchange between the 2 Namibian players. The referee intervenes once more. Starting to get a little bit scrappy. Perhaps some weary legs amongst both sets of players. The yellow card picked up rather needlessly by Farouk Mimouni. Interfering with Gatange. There's me. Passes cut out. Oh, win it back. Damerji with a bit of pressure. It can only sky it into touch. Information of that yellow card showed to the substitute Farouk Mimouni. Abidi looked lively since coming on, has Abidi. Ayari, it's a little bit too much on it. That will allow Ngatange to get there before him. Gada wins the initial header. Beatty again challenging. Turning from an offside position. Mimouni, quarter ahead. Shea Pavla Beatty. Wallace prevents him from connecting. Looping ball towards the edge of the Namibian area. Almost fell kindly for Ayari. Fraser will give chase. Drift into the area. It's the grateful arms of Damerji. Bijani. Ball into the feet of Mimouni. Quickly dispossessed though. David now what's ahead of him in terms of support. Wallace, free kick for Namibia. Kick delivered by David. Header won initially by Zadem. Narib. Search off the substitute. Goal kick for Tunisia. Namibia, in all honesty, haven't really looked like getting back into this one. Can't fault the effort after falling 2 goals behind. Really created too much going forward. Long range shot from Kananab was turned away. Narib. Karumbe. Mimouni was dump it forward. Ngatange almost got in a tangle with his defender. Fine in the end. So a brief interruption as Tunisia make another change. Hassan Ayari, his part in this game is over. He's left his mark, no doubt about that. He is replaced by Nabil Makni. Left out of the starting lineup for this one at Makni. Was the one change from the opening goalless draw against Burkina Faso. Here, perhaps for Lapidi, charged down just as he looked to take aim. Oh, Macmi plays for Chievo Verona in Italy. Joined from Strasbourg in 2019. This is Abidi again to make a nuisance of himself. Abidi! Good save from Ngatange. And Katua first to the rebounds to help out his goalkeeper. Abidi throwing his hat into the ring for perhaps a start in the third game in the group. Causing problems for the defence since coming on. Was that off the post? Certainly sounded like it. Ronan Burnt, substitute for Namibia, down at the other end. See if we can get a little look at that one. Rajani under hit the pass. Lamptey skipped by. Dameji very nearly caught out as he cheated towards what he thought would be a centre. Across goal. And struck the outside of the post from Burnt. Benchgada. For Mamuni. That's not quite up to scratch. Well, will that jolt Namibia into life in these final 10 minutes? Hard to call it a real chance per se, but certainly it wasn't far away from the lifeline that they were looking for. Resmi been more than happy to break forward. Mamuni blocked behind by David. It was playing it off for his fellow substitute Mamuni. Quickly, Zadem. A deep ball towards the far post, held back towards goal. Acrobatic effort and scrambled behind by Ngatange. Sure what he's protesting about. So let's take a look at this one. It was Abidi once more. Really has impressed since coming off the bench. Ngatange rushing across his line. Back that one behind. Rooney just has to be careful on a booking needlessly. Picked it up earlier. It's coming on as a substitute. Sanjay takes it quickly. Very nearly got in behind the defender. Just switched off for a moment. Sure he knew there was a blue shirt in behind him. Remonstrating with his goalkeeper, Ramzi Fajani. Damaseb it was, I think. It was Damaseb who pulled the trigger in the end. Very nearly. Namibia getting him behind. Speculative ball forwards. Just a breakdown in communication in that Tunisian defence. Benchgada. Caught by Narib. I don't think there was any malice in it. Certainly a painful one. Sustained by the left back. Blow to the head. Oh, a nasty one, looking at the replay. Flush in the face. Murray with eyes for the ball. He was late. And Benchigada, perhaps fortunate, he hasn't come off worse. Just looking at the images. Well, it will do. Allow Tunisia just to add a few more seconds elapse here. Going into the final 5 minutes. Mooney. Work this one short again with Lamptey. Off the direct route for teammates to aim for. Tunisia briefly down to 10 with Benchigada. Told to wait. The kick is played in, headed up into the air. And the referee's whistle goes once again. Lamin. With a long throw by David. Hooks clear. Too sure what Abidi did wrong. He had been backing into his man. The decision goes against him. Dreza. Irumbe. Tua. Run going to left back. Play comes back in the other direction. This is Gresmi bursting forward. 2, 3 red shirts forward in support now. Sliding tackle made by Nashikswa to cut him down in his tracks. Gresmi. Gresmi, it stayed down, just clutching that upper right arm, perhaps the shoulder of his. I don't know if he took an awkward tumble. Stretcher is nearby just in case. We'll look at that sliding tackle. Oh, nothing wrong. The challenge from Nashikswa, timed it superbly. So 2 final changes being prepared by Tunisia. Rayan Haddad and Faris Marzuki set to enter the fray. We will allow those substitutions to now be made. Mutez Zadem, the 2 players to be replaced. Faris Marzuki Neji. Also making way will be Find out any moments now. Right back with Aziz Kresmi. We're into the final minutes, plus whatever there is to be added on at the end of this final 90 in Nouakchott. Tunisia almost home and dry in second round of matches in at Group B. 2-goal advantage over Namibia. Put on by Haddad, one of the two just introduced by Tunisia. Karuambe caught by the other recent arrival on the pitch, Faris Marzuki Neji. So surely now Namibia need to strike if they are to get anything from this game. And routine for Damerji. He's really looked flustered in this one. So 3 minutes to be tacked on here in Nouakchott. That is how long Tunisia have left to see this one out. The one by Fajani. He has by and large been excellent for Tunisia. At the back, is scuttling down the right-hand side is Makni. Next to try and cross for Mimouni. That is cut out on Makni. It is senior debut for Tunisia in the November Cup of Nations qualifier against Tanzania. As he wins the free kick here. Just outside the area. Came on as a late sub against Tanzania in that match. So he scored 3 goals and 4 starts for Kievo's under-19s in Italy this season. He's yet to make the first team squad. So one last chance perhaps for Tunisia to add a 3rd goal right at the end. Cleverly worked. Mimouni carried clear. Terrific follow-up save from Ungatange. Not sure he knew an awful lot about it. Full credit to him. Reflex save from point-blank range to deny Abidi. Fantastically worked free kick, laying it off for Mimouni. Spilt the initial efforts, did Ungatange. Quickly up on his feet. Keep out Abidi. That is overhit, and that should just about do it. Well, as I mentioned earlier, this could indeed come down to goal difference in terms of deciding who qualifies as the 2 best 3rd place teams. So in terms of damage limitation, that could turn out to be a save of note made by Ungatange. Unless Tunisia can add a 3rd here. Down goes Abidi. Referee says play on. Well, he can't believe it. There goes the final whistle. 2-0, it finishes in favour of Tunisia. They pick up the first victory.